Okay, now that we know how to turn a pen and paper assignment into a digital worksheet, and we know how to smartify it by adding additional games, activities, and other content like videos, let's take a look at how we actually get this lesson now into the hands of the student. So you'll see I'm starting in my Google Drive. I uploaded that minute 4 worksheet, and here is my Smart Learning Suite online lesson. So if I'm delivering it live, I simply double click on it and it opens the lesson in Smart Learning Suite Online. Now, when I created my account, I have a teacher account number. And you'll see if I go, once the lesson has launched, by default, I have my hamburger menu at the top that allows me to see I'm logged in. I can edit my lesson, share link, make a copy, etc., etc. I have my what we call my friends tool or the heads there. That's where I change my pacing from student to teacher pacing. It's also where I get my class information. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. I've got all of my interactive tools, touch, pen, eraser, etc. I can always add a blank page on the fly or a shouted out activity on the fly, as well as my page sorter and page up and page down. But for my students to join my lesson while we're live, I simply have my kids open up a web browser on their device and go to hellosmart.com in the web address. They don't need to search for it in Google. They can just type in the address bar hellosmart.com and enter my class ID. So I'll show you what this looks like in an incognito window. My students go to hellosmart.com, and you'll see by default it's going to take them to the student login page. If your students have a login, they can sign in. If they don't, they can join as a guest. Either way, they join with 986826, which is my teacher code, and always stays the same. They add their name and join as a guest. And now my students simply wait on the teacher to present the lesson. You can see this is from the student view. If I minimize that, we're back at the teacher view. So as the teacher changes the pages, the students' pages change as well. So that is how a teacher delivers a lesson live. You simply double click on the lesson from your Google Drive, which will open it in Smart Learning Suite Online. You have your students open a web browser and type in hellosmart.com. And you can always be reminded of that by clicking on the heads tool and expanding your teacher information there. They go to hellosmart.com. They either log in with their Google account or join as a guest, and they enter your class ID, and then boom, they are in your class. And that's how your students join a live lesson using Smart Learning Suite Online.